Greetings, esteemed constellations. A former aggressor here, with the memories of Valentine's Crossroads, special memory with Masanori. Returning to my home, my spouse's belongings in hand, I marveled at the fact that I was still alive. Why? Why was I spared? For what purpose? And I realized that ever since then, I've been wearing only black. I think the reason I devoted myself so wholly to my work is that I was running. And at the Public Safety Bureau in Tokyo, I consistently came face to face with the darkest impulses of the soul, mission after mission. Then, before I knew it, I no longer had any safety net left, and found myself throwing my lot in with a group of underground revolutionaries. I betrayed anyone and everyone around me, all while maintaining a veneer of courtesy and decorum. Yet all I really sought, that whole time, was a final destination that wouldn't break apart in my hand. It's the final day of Setagaya Valentine's. The workshops are over and done with. You and Masanori are touring the grounds outside, checking out the many shop stalls in spite of the cold wind blowing through the campus. So, what do you think, my summoner? Are you enjoying yourself? It's freezing out here. I've never seen such shivering before. Are you okay? You don't seem okay. If you're that cold, just say something. What shivering? I'm not cold. I'm not shivering. See? Masanori draws the strings on his coat as tight as they'll go, but still shivers, calling to mind the classic fable of the north wind and the sun. Dogs run around freely and happily in their yards here in Tokyo. No, it's cats who curl up by the fire to keep warm. So of course I see no reason I too should not freely run around and enjoy these festivities, for I am not the least bit cold. You look like cold personified though. It's rare for you to be so unconvincing. Besides, it is cold today. Very. Although spring is right around the corner, and the days are gradually getting warmer as a result, this pattern often gets interrupted by cold spells, with today being a perfect example. You try to explain this to Masanori, but he just nods while continuing to hide, or at least attempt to hide, the chill he's clearly experiencing. A cold spell, is it? We had seasonal disruptions like that back in the land of Wa as well. But that's just all the more reason the cold should have no effect on me here. You stop for a moment to think of what you might be able to say to persuade Masanori not to remain outdoors, despite his stubborn insistence on doing so. Well, I sure can't take it much longer. What? Well, that'll never do. Let's get you indoors then, before you catch a cold on top of feeling it. Masanori, successfully lured into focusing on you over himself, quickly regains his composure. The two of you proceed into the well-heated main school building, where you're now able to walk around much more comfortably. While I do enjoy the more festival-like stalls, it's the academic offerings that hold particular interest for me. So I've done a bit of preliminary research into what's available and propose we tour the stalls in order accordingly. Briefly checking over a directory posted by the entrance, Masanori identifies where to go and guides you there. But likely due to this being the final day of the event, the students have already begun breaking down their various booths and stalls. Well, this is a bit of a pickle, isn't it? I hadn't considered the potential for early closure at this 11th hour. I cannot apologize enough for denying you your chance to enjoy the festivities indoors through my stubborn desire to remain out. It's honestly not a big deal. I'm just happy to spend time with you. You are too kind, my summoner, but I feel as though I must make this up to you in some regard. Masanori considers his options. Going back outside is hardly a viable one, since the temperature is much too cold to really enjoy it, particularly with the sun beginning to set. Yet it's also a bit too early for dinner. Then it occurs to him, with such a Gaia Valentine's coming to a close today, that means this is to be the final day of your school life together here as well. With you traveling back to your own school tomorrow, he can't very well take you out for a long walk in the cold, lest you actually catch a cold. I have a suggestion, if you are amenable to it, Lancelot. After confirming you are, Masanori quickly leads you across campus to a traditionally styled room with reed mats lining the floors like something out of a centuries-old inn. Is this your dorm room, Masanori? I had no idea there were rooms like this. It's so different from mine. Not quite. This isn't a room for student use. It's more of a spare office, typically used for meetings, if used at all. When Volk was requisitioning rooms for us, it seems he realized he was one short. But I'd had dealings with him before, and I understood the situation. So after some discussion, I elected to stay here. I would suggest not opening that door, however. It's a closet fit to burst with the room's prior accoutrements, and a lot of dust. Masanori meets your surprise with a thorough account of his rather unusual rooming situation. He then produces an electric kettle, which he fills with water and switches on, before turning his attention to a shelf along one wall, boasting several kitchen implements. Do you prefer coffee or tea? I'd suggest one or the other so you can be warmed from the inside out. Though do be warned, I am no barista, so you should temper your expectations as to the quality of your selected beverage. I'll have whatever you recommend. Masanori thinks for a moment, then scoops 2 cups worth of coffee grounds into a small coffee press. Ah yes, while we wait for the water to come to a boil, I'd like to take this opportunity to give you something. Masanori reaches into a bag he conspicuously left sitting on what looks to be a patio table, and produces a small box, which he immediately hands to you. It is yet another Valentine's Day gift from me to you. I thought it best that chocolate enter the equation after all. You may feel free to open it now and enjoy it with your beverage, or take it back with you and enjoy it at your leisure. Thank you! And guess what I've got too? I've also got some for you! Ta-da! Ta-da! You take out a box of chocolates you'd stowed away in your bag and present it to Masanori. How very gracious of you. I am pleased to accept. I did not expect to receive such a gift from you, Lancelot. It would be untoward for me to open it now, so I shall do as you've elected and take it home with me to enjoy at a later time. In the meantime, I propose we enjoy our beverages with these cocoa cookies I received from administration. I must admit, this opportunity to spend time with you in private overjoys me. Though I still can't help but feel a bit embarrassed when I think of how we arrived at this point. As the two of you discuss your Valentine's gifts and the events of the day, the water in the kettle finally comes to a full boil. Masanori adds the now heated water to the coffee press and gently stirs the coffee grounds he's prepared with a spatula, then fills the pot and closes the lid. After a few more minutes of chatting, he presses down the filter on the lid and pours 2 cups of coffee. With your beverages lined up on the table in front of you, Masanori takes a seat right by your side. Thanks, Masanori. It smells really good. Masanori, wait! Stay! You raise your hand and use a sharp tone to stop Masanori from picking up his cup to take a sip of his coffee. A long period of silence follows, as Masanori remains practically frozen in place, simply staring at you. Okay, good boy, Masanori. Should be cool enough now, I think. Did you just treat me like a dog to keep me from burning my tongue? I heard about Moritaka Shino Inazuka receiving such treatment from you previously. But is that what you did with me just now? As a Therian, I can't say I am without reservation about this. But I do at least thank you for not treating me as a cat. Between his earlier refusal to acknowledge the cold and now this, it seems Masanori's sensitivity to extreme hot and cold is a sore spot for him, as he considers it a feline trait. No worries. You're all dog in my eyes. I believe I told you before that I was raised by felis Therians in human form, who loom large in my memory as monsters. And I naively gave my loyalty to those whom I believed to be my parents, unaware of what ghost lurked within those shells. Even after being entrusted to the Inamura household, that boyish naivete never waned. I was oblivious to their obvious deceptions. Looking down into his coffee cup from above, Masanori stares at his own faint reflection as it jitters and distorts, with each shudder transferred to it through his fingertips. Would that I could erase those memories from my mind. Yet even among the worst of them, there remain a precious few I hold dear, such as the time I spent living with my true parents, or my uncle and his family when they took me in. Not to mention my partner, my spouse, who taught me what it means to be irreplaceable, though I learned it a bit too late. Perhaps it's because of that I came to fear I, too, was but a monster masquerading in the skin of someone more upstanding. Peel back that skin, even a paper's width, and you'd find the true beast lurking within. I could never shake the notion that my true form was that of a monster cat, wholly undeserving of the company I kept. That's why I obsess over my outer appearance. I will my thin skin to remain taut, and cover it in mourning dress. Yet now, I no longer hesitate to shed that skin. Spring has come, and with it, renewal. Masanori sets down his cup and gently grabs your hand with both of his own. You have made me aware of the parts of my inner self that shine, Lancelot. Even if all else is corrupted beyond repair, you have cast light upon the brightest memories of others I had long repressed. Thus, I cannot even fully quantify the debt of gratitude I owe you, my summoner.